podcast.
Yeah. Nipsey's killer is allegedly a Crip
name.
Yeah, shit.
That nigga come to Maxfield, I'm gonna stab that nigga, bro. Just
we don't care. I'm
gonna fucking get your bitch ass. I'm gonna take that. Tackle his ass, stab him with a butter knife, nigga. I want to torture him. Like I don't want to shoot him, bro. I torture his ass. I tie him up, bro. Like put gasoline on his ass.
I'm about to post this and then your job gonna be like, oh yeah?
A job, nigga. I'm a CEO. Fuck you mean?
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Demon Odaro.
And your boy Carl with the drip.
Yeah, Reef.
Y'all already know. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with Reef from a couple episodes back when we were talking about YNW Melly being locked up.
Right.
But today, it's been a pretty sad couple days. What would you call this man?
Community leader.
Our community leader.
Activist.
Neighborhood hero.
Yes.
Rapper.
Neighborhood Nipsey Hussle.
Right.
Has been, would you say, murdered or assassinated?
He's an important figure in the community, so that's assassination.
Right. It was just like, that's to be continued. Like, we still getting more like evidence and footage, so we really can't call it right now. But it's definitely a very unfortunate situation.
But technically, the definition of assassination is an important figure getting murdered. So if he's an important figure in your mind, that's assassination.
There it is, folks. He got assassinated. You know, like, it's a really sad event because, like, you know, every time I looked at a video footage of Nipsey, he was providing knowledge and gems. Like, it was not one video that I came across and he was just talking crazy.
And this ain't something that he just started. Like, he's been talking all this knowledge.
When he first, even before he was famous, like, he was just, Nipsey, what are you about? Like, I'm about, you know, community change. Like, I invest in the assets.
Invest in the assets, take care of my homies.
Not about liabilities. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Because he, like he said, you know, diamonds, you know, they look nice, but it's not going to help you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to add no value to you.
Exactly. Like, I feel like he was so humble, and I feel like he's a good role model and inspiration to our generation, especially minority men as well. Like, I feel like people can look up to him, and if they listen to everything he said, then I really feel like our community in the world would be a better place.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I started listening to Nipsey like around this time last year, and when I first heard his song, I was like, oh, this man hot. Like, this actually goes.
Low key, he had one of the best albums last year.
Yeah,
it was Grammy nominated.
Yeah, it was Grammy nominated, but he lost to Cardi B, probably.
Right.
Like that. But yeah, man, this has actually been a sad moment for everyone. You know, even for those who weren't even a fan of Nipsey, you know, they know what type of public figure he was
in the community. And like, and only if you just you scroll through Instagram, you scroll through Twitter, Facebook.
Everybody's saying the same thing, man. There's not one bad thing you can say about Nipsey.
You can get on his.
Not saying that he was probably a perfect man, but you know, he was somebody who kept his nose clean, had his head right. You know what I'm saying? He was getting guided through the right path.
It's also just sad to see, like, you know, his wife and his
wife and kids, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
he was a brother, he was a husband, he was a father. You know what I'm saying?
Mentor, like, you know. Did you see when his childhood friend was speaking on the news and saying like he was helping like her daughter to become a model? You know what I'm saying? He was the only one that was helping out. Like, she broke down on TV and stuff like that. That was like one of the hardest videos to watch. Cause you really see the impact that he was making in the community. Cause a lot of rappers, they get big and they move out the hood. You know what I'm saying? He got big and he reinvested all his money back into the hood. He bought his own store, the Marathon, and he was actually about to start his own barber shop. You know what I'm saying? That was in the works. He had a whole lot of wonderful things in the works for his community.
Owned buildings.
Yeah, and he was talking about, like, back in the day how, you know, tenants of the parking lot.
Yeah, we kicked him out.
He kicked
and
him out.
He bought it. Now
they used to take the seats away because they didn't want them loitering and hanging around and stuff. And he came back and bought the whole parking lot. I feel like that's what we're urging all these rappers to do. It's to buy black, buy
Yeah,
back.
it's to
the
not
block,
just
you
be
know?
rappers, but also be entrepreneurs.
Exactly.
You know, that actually makes a big difference in your career.
I just find it very ironic how, you know what I'm saying, like, a lot of people, we definitely have to address what people were talking about the document that he was about to release.
Yeah, the doctor said you.
Statements, you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people, believe in those theories. Like, how do you feel about those theories going around?
Dr. Sebi, he was a Honduran scientist. He explained that he had found a cure to AIDS, I believe, in 1986.
Right.
At least he claimed.
Mm-hmm.
And
You took it to court. You took it to
he
court.
took it to court and he beat the case.
Beat the case.
And he represented himself.
Right.
Smart man.
Right.
Exactly. So,
But he was basically, telling the public that the country doesn't want us to know the cure to AIDS or the cure to any of these big diseases that come in huge profits for
Right.
America.
Mhm.
So
then you gotta think about the medicine company, how much these medicines
exactly
cost.
anything that involves pharmaceutical,
But do you know
that
how
brings
much,
in
like,
a lot of money,
say like if
like
you-
billions.
I'm telling you, like pill bottles for old people, even on Medicaid and stuff like that, it costs a lot of money though. Like
Mhm.
$500, $300 for like this one pill bottle. You know what I'm saying? It's a booming industry right now. So, that definitely does make some sense,
I
And
mean,
I find it ironic that everybody was saying like we have to protect Nipsey at all costs, and then
that was last 2 months ago.
2 months ago, and now he's dead. Even if they said like somebody that he knew killed him, I really feel like it's just a whole lot of pieces to this puzzle.
Right, right when he said that he was going to release this documentary explaining and exposing everything that Dr. Sebi practiced,
Right.
and 2 months later he dies.
Right.
It's like,
It's spooky.
yeah, it is, and it's like I don't know what to believe. A lot of people say a lot of stuff on the media.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People be saying some crazy stuff.
Cause they was saying Left Eye was talking
Left
about
Eye
that
said
same
the
thing,
same-
and then the
same
same thing
thing.
happened to her. So you know what I'm saying? Well,
But I mean, there's a whole footage of how
Yeah.
Left Eye died. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
But I really think like if this is like what people saying, like if anything, this situation is gonna reflect more light on Doctor.
But you never know like what exactly he had in his arsenal to say about these companies, because like he was getting information from his family, like Dr. Sebi's family and stuff. So it could have been some stuff that will never come out now, because he's dead.
Nah. Nick Cannon said that he's gonna try and release the documentary. He's gonna pick up where he left off.
Yeah.
So,
We'll see. I hope this marathon continues.
but the real question is, do y'all think he got murdered by an enemy or the government? Like a real regular man on the streets of
This is an
LA.
opinionated question, right? Because like this is a fact question. Like I really wouldn't say too much unless I had facts, but this is an opinionated question.
Tell me what you think.
It's opinion. It's your opinion. I think, to be honest, I think it's the government, man. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Well, I seen some of the footage, and they said like even the LA people said that he knew the person. You know what I'm saying? That he actually knew the person. So maybe it was a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the government paid somebody, but the person that took him out still knew him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, apparently the family said that that they knew who the shooter was.
Right.
Like, he's known. And I'm not gonna say that the government did it, because I'm still a little iffy about that.
Right, me too.
But the facts that have been thrown out, well, let me not say facts, but what has been thrown out in the media lately is that this Crip from the streets of Crenshaw was
I ain't calling no names, man. He calling all the names of me. talking, dog?
It was a man from those streets. Apparently, he came to Nipsey's store, the Marathon. Apparently, Nipsey had said, "Hey, no snitches around here allowed." You know, in this not Compton, in this LA accent. Hey, no snitches around here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Homie said, "Nah, I ain't snitching." He said, "Come back with your paperwork, homie, and then maybe we can talk." You know what I'm saying? And so then, homie came back 20 minutes later and just and apparently stomped him too. You see it in the footage too, but the footage is kind of trash.
Yeah,
Quality is real trash.
Yo, but like it's crazy that like you know I don't care like if y'all say it's the government blah blah blah. A black man shot him, bro, and that's really sickening me, bro. We have to stop this black on black crime. Period. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you know what I'm saying. We have so many obstacles and tribulations already as a people to try to jump these hurdles. Like we don't need brothers killing brothers. Period. Especially not Nipsey, bro. Like he was really doing good things in your community.
Yeah, when I first heard that he got shot, I'm thinking like, okay, he got shot, but he's probably gonna be okay. He probably just got shot on the arm or something. But
yeah, somebody brought this great point to me. Like how people be really big on numbers. Like if you go to this page, like Nipsey Hussle page, they said he
gained 700,000 more followers.
No, they said he followed 3.3 million people, and he was following 2019 people back. He died when he was 33. He died in 2019. My joint not loading right now, but
yes,
wow, I can show you.
Good job, bro.
No cap. So like
he probably gained some more followers after that.
He did.
It was like,
he did. Apparently 700,000.
Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, there you go.
3.3 followers, and followed back 2019.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy. Like things just be so weird. You know what I'm saying? But,
I really think that's a coincidence.
Did y'all see? It probably is. But it was a great point. You know what I'm saying? That I wanted to bring up. You know. What I'm saying? Did y'all see Game's response though? Just right.
Nah, the Game, he was definitely crying. Like you can hear it in his throat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the whole blood. That shows you like the unity, bro. Like California was on. You know what I'm saying? Like
a lot of bloods reached out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And was like distraught about that. Like it's because LA is one of them cities not about colors. It's like blue and red. Blue and red make green to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they on.
Yeah, for real. And he was well connected with Bloods, you know what I'm saying? Like YG, Game, Young Thug. So a lot of people were saying like, nah, this was gang rivalry.
yeah,
It was some blood.
it don't make
Like,
any sense.
if that's the case, man, somebody would have shot Snoop Dogg a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's a real OG right there.
I'm telling you, bro.
Be your own nigga.
Exactly.
I feel like we can take this as a learning experience, though. You know what I'm saying? We can take this, you know what I'm saying, with a grain of salt. Just like we have to do better as a people. We have to be vocal. You know what I'm saying?
It still shocks me that they say that.
And
It was a Crip who killed him. You know what I'm saying? It was one of his own people in his own city in front of his own business. Just like the game said, like, yo, that's what we doing? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah. So like we have to take this experience and turn it into something good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we have to always remember him, and if everybody like remember what he stood for and practice that. Like I'm telling you, like this would be a revolution.
So what do you think his death is now gonna do to the community?
It's obviously he got a lot of people in our community watching this. It got their attention. That's the best thing you could ever have.
It did raise a lot of awareness. It woke him up.
So in your opinion, do you think Nipsey became almost like a martyr for the people?
Definitely.
Yes, indeed.
But hasn't there also been other martyrs in the black community in the past? Like Malcolm X got killed by his own people too.
Yeah.
And then we, like the black community, or we as a people, as a community, we tend to gather around martyrs who we say that the government killed off, but we never tend to gather around martyrs who are the own black community or his own people killed. Malcolm X did become a martyr, but afterwards you didn't really hear much about him. there's not a Malcolm X Day. There's a Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we as a community don't tend to pay attention to
Modern day martyrs.
No, we tend not to pay attention to martyrs that we ourselves created. You know, like,
So would this be the first time that I guess a martyr that we ourselves created, since Nipsey got killed by another Crip, would that count as somebody we're paying attention to now?
If he did get killed by it.
that's if the community rises above this. Because like Carl said earlier, like we as people tend to take things as a grain of salt. Yeah, all this news and all these, you know, promises.
You don't want to be in a video.
All these promises and all these, you know, yeah, we're gonna continue what he was doing. I mean, those are words. It's not action. You know, these are words in time of grief and mourning.
Right.
I mean, you sound nice saying that you're gonna help him build the community, but
Are you gonna do it?
Are you gonna do it? Are you really gonna put in that necessary work for his community? Because you didn't even know you don't even know the people. You don't even know, you have no memories. You have no history in that area. So you saying that you're gonna help a community that has nothing to do with you? That's the big step.
Right, and I think that's what, you know, separated Nipsey Hussle from a lot of rappers, bro. You know, not only did he talk that talk, he actually walked what he was talking. You know what I'm saying? He always practiced what he preached. You know what I'm saying? Like, even every single word he was saying, he was actually, you know, telling people on the street about trading and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He said this quote, I'm pretty sure y'all said it was a tweet, like, he taught all his boys how to fish. It was up to them on what they did with the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But he felt that he was real because he gave them the game. You know, he did not not tell people the secrets. You know what I'm saying? He gave people the tools they needed to succeed. And I feel like that's what makes him great. You know what I'm saying? Not because he was a good talker, because he was a good actor as well. He acted on everything he said. So that's why he'll live forever. Because he was actually, you know, a symbol of everything that he spoke about. And even like when he was talking to Curry, you know, Curry said, you know, he was always telling people his vision and what he saw the world as, and you know what I'm saying, what he was trying to do. Never was he trying to like promote his music. He let his music and his words speak for their self and, like, you know what I'm saying, the things he was trying to do. So that's what makes him great, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff he was doing didn't really get brought to light until after his death.
Right.
So you didn't hear so much about Nipsey. I mean, but that's any artist for real.
Not necessarily.
No, I mean like as in like involving himself in the community. He's one of those people that you say, you know. That
I mean, not because it was publicized pretty well once it was said that he was making a documentary.
I'm talking before the documentary about that. Before all that. Like he's a definition of, you know.
It was publicized. It just wasn't. It just didn't gain the attention like it's gaining the attention now, because that video about him when he was young,
so do you think
talking about investing into assets, I've been saw that video.
Yeah. So do you think everything, if he had not mentioned the documentary about Dr. Shelby, that this would be different?
It's no telling.
If he would have died still, people definitely would not have said that he was killed by the government. Well, no, probably still. Because, you know, they say that the government arrested 21 Savage, you know what I'm saying, once he started doing good things.
But this is what, you know, let me ask y'all this question. Do y'all believe that people are only, you know, praised, really, really praised when they're dead?
Yeah. That's the only time people take the time to
Mac
realize somebody's achievements.
Mac Miller, bro, he was getting recognized and nominated for so many awards. When back in the day when he was alive, he wasn't getting nominated or receiving any awards either.
That's just everybody in general. It don't matter what profession you in. Once you die, like, your stuff get highlighted and it's on a whole nother level. Like, you can see that in like Leonardo da Vinci's work. He was poor. He was poor when he was living. And then now his paintings getting sold for millions of dollars. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, legends are made of people that's passed on. You know what I'm saying?
You ever heard that quote, like, you are nobody till somebody kills you? Like, it's crazy, bro. And then everybody be like, yo, everybody see the gift that you brought to the world when you're dead.
You only realize how special something is to this God.
Exactly. I feel like that kind of coincides with everything, even love, though. Like, it's kind of deeper than this subject, you know what I'm saying? Like, people tend, like, humans, I believe, just tend to take everything for granted.
Yeah.
I also believe that God was definitely speaking through him that same day. He tweeted about an hour before getting shot that having strong enemies is a blessing.
Because having strong enemies kind of lets you know your capabilities and why you are so great, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know...
You must be doing something right if you got enemies.
Right, exactly.
You're doing something right, but at the same time, it is said that people kind of know or have that feeling when they're going to die. So they tend to say their goodbyes in different ways, but unconsciously saying it.
Right.
Because if you take time and look at it, anybody that you know or you've spoken to that has died days later, or like even a week later or 2 weeks later, you notice that they were saying like little things, like saying, you know, oh, thank you, man, I really appreciate how, you know, I love you. Saying stuff out of character, but just saying it to let
unconsciously.
you. Yeah, unconsciously. So.
And you know, there is an interview where they said they were talking about his documentary that he was gonna release, and he was like, man, if I die, then y'all better ride for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he saw it coming, but probably, you know, in a different way.
Death is the only thing that's inevitable in this world. That's promised. That's it. Nothing else is promised to you. Everything else you got.
So y'all like heavy listeners of Nipsey?
Yeah, well, I was basically like a heavy person who like was listening to every video he was saying, like when it comes to the knowledge first, because like I'm a person that sits back and I wasn't trying to better myself and better the community, so I'm always listening to his videos. Like I was posting that stuff in my story, like I was more so fascinated with his mindset, you know what I'm saying? But you know, this really has drawn me to his music, you know what I'm saying? Like,
his last album was actually the album I really listened to, like it brought him to the forefront, like that Grammy nomination really brought him out, like, okay, yeah, because you know, he's on the West Coast and we on the East Coast, so it's kind of hard to like know about them West Coast rappers unless you really into
music.
You know, music.
That's facts, though.
So like when he dropped that album and started getting recognition, it's like, okay, yeah, he really could rap. He really has a message and stuff like that. So yeah, I was really messing with him when he dropped that last album.
And that's my favorite song.
And that's a good point, bro.
My favorite song. I don't know. I mean,
Blue Laces like that, bro. We was just listening to Blue Laces on the way over here.
That
He
was
was
straight.
talking
That's
about they killed Dr. Sebi.
Yeah,
I really that whole album though. That whole album is fire. Like it was definitely in the running for one of the best albums of the year. That year, like I think like that was a gem that people need to go back listen to, really like digest.
Dissect.
You know what I'm saying?
It's many messages in the album.
I really like Double Up. Like that was, you know, I'm into like those really good choruses. Like I love songs with choruses, like a really nice melody to it.
Yeah.
So you know, him talking about, you know, building the dream and all of that, in that chorus, like it really had me stuck to his music.
It's just crazy just to think like somebody who's making all that noise, like it's really going forever. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta cherish people while you're here.
Yeah.
So what do you think about these people who post like him on the ground while he's dead? Like, do you think that's necessary or?
I really feel like it's really bad, but the time that we live in, bro, that's how really people look to social media as their news outlet. And it's very unfortunate, it's very graphic, and it's very disrespectful to his family, but that's kind of like the era that we in, bro. Like, if something happens, if you get popped right now outside this parking lot, bro, you're gonna be on the gram somewhere, bro. You just gotta, that just comes with the change of times. Or even if you get beat up on the beach, like, you know what I'm saying, like Miami, you know what I'm saying, people's out there getting knocked out, bro. Like, it's a sad, unfortunate event, but like, the whole world's gonna see you get knocked out, bro.
Yeah.
But you know, it seemed like, but when you do see the video, it actually makes you, you know what I'm saying,
it hits
more
hard.
involved. Yeah, it hits hard. Like the message is deeper. Like even like on a lighter note, like when Ray Rice they said he knocked out his wife. They ain't had the video, so that everybody was, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Sometimes
Then when
you just
they
really
yeah,
got it. She
her
is
out.
Then when they seen the video, it's like, oh, we need to reform. This, that, the third. You know what I'm saying?
That's the strongest hook I've ever seen in my life. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, videos sometimes could be necessary.
Yeah,
if
videos
used in
do
the right
intensify
way.
everything.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
I mean, shoot, if you looking at it like that, I mean, XXXX Tentacion, they thought he was alive when they were still taking video of him.
Yep.
He was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, this is sad, but this has been Demolo Dyro. Thank you guys for tuning in. Condolences to the family of Nipsey Hussle, and prayers to him.
right.
Rest in peace, Nip.
Long live Nip.
The marathon continues.
The marathon.
The marathon continues, man. Rest in peace,
Definitely.
Nip.
Yeah.